Explosive, groundbreaking, innovation. 3 words for you to describe this week's The Most Based News. Every week we hit you with the news that covers the Base ecosystem, give you all the updates and the most important stories so that way you stay up to date of what's happening in the Base ecosystem. Welcome back to the channel. My name is C. Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. On this podcast, we talk about investments, business, and innovative technologies. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you stay up to date with our most recent videos. This week's on Most Based News is crazy. Now, let's get started. Open a virtual U.S. checking account from anywhere, convert payments to USDC, and start saving in the Moonwell flagship USDC vault on Base. Introducing Moonwell Virtual Accounts. So this right here, again, groundbreaking, it's explosive, it's innovation to the highest level. Blockchain changing the game and changing the world. So what's important? What's happening? So big shout out to Moonwell and the Luke Youngblood, the founder CEO of the Moonwell team. This is something that we covered a few months ago. I had an interview with Luke Youngblood and we talked about what was to come in 2025. Obviously, the Visa card is here in the physical and it's also here virtually. That is dope. The next thing we talked about was bank accounts for anyone in the world to be able to have a U.S. bank account. And now it is here, y'all. It is here. And when we're talking about on-chain finance, when we're talking about making an impact globally, especially economically, this is it, in my humble opinion. Let's dive in deeper. So, Moonwell Virtual Accounts, your bridge to global opportunity. In today's interconnected world, talent transcends borders, but our outdated financial system haven't kept up. Millions of skilled professionals worldwide lose billions of dollars each year to excessive fees, payment delays, and currency devaluation. Achieving broader economic freedom and opportunity means rethinking how money moves and works for everyone. That's why we partner with Bridge and Optimism Foundation to launch Moonwell Virtual Accounts, a simple yet powerful way for people worldwide to get paid, save, and grow their wealth by bridging traditional payments networks with on-chain finance. We're removing friction, reducing costs, and giving nearly everyone everywhere access to stable digital dollars and greater opportunities in our global economy. Again, amazing. What are Moonwell Virtual Accounts? Moonwell Virtual Accounts are virtual U.S. checking accounts designed for a global workforce. When money arrives in your account, whether through a company's payroll system, a client's wire transfer, or even services like PayPal or Apple Pay, it automatically converts it to USDC, Circle's fully backed digital dollar. This means you can receive payments like a United States resident or business would while protecting your earnings from local currency volatility. You get the stability of US dollars without the delays, fees, or limitations that usually come with traditional finance and fiat currency. Again, very powerful, breaking barriers to economic freedom. Like many Argentinians, so this is a story. Meet Anna. This is what Luke talked about on the podcast here. I'm going to read this and then we'll move on. Meet Anna, a representation of the millions of skilled professionals navigating the challenges of an unstable economy. Like many Argentinians, she watched her savings erode as the Argentine peso lost nearly 50% of its value relative to US dollar last year. Traditional finance offered no refuge from inflation, and international job opportunities seem out of reach due to complex payment barriers. Then Anna discovered Moonwell Virtual Accounts. Shout out to Anna for getting her Moonwell Virtual account set up. But that's it right there. So simple, powerful, accessible. You get payment, wire transfer, right? Then it auto converts to USDC. You can save by depositing in a USDC vault and spend it in real life IRL with your Moonwell card. So y'all make sure you dive real deep into this and really think about what this means. The collaboration with Optimism Foundation marks a milestone and making on-chain finance accessible to all. So you got some key Optimism Foundation is subsidizing key fees, including KYC and account setup fees, ongoing account maintenance fees, fiat to USDC conversions. So these Optimism Foundation is really like, hey, let's make it, let's get it going, let's get this popping off, let's change the game, let's change the financial world of many people. So really dope. Make sure y'all check all this out. Connect your wallet, complete verification, access your account. The future of work is on chain, and you should definitely join the movement. So this is cool. This is on the Moonwell website here. Now you see at the top, you have Discover, you have Markets, Vaults, Stake, Transfer Card, Account, Portfolio, and Governance. And on the account page, create your Moonwell virtual account today. Create an account. Connect your wallet once you're already logged in, and you can manage your funds. Financial hub. That's the word that I really like to call this. It's a financial hub. And after you got that set up, you can leverage your digital assets in the real world. And again, I was telling the story on Twitter recently about how I went to Fred Meyer. It's a grocery store, and then they have the payments, the financial services line, and people were doing MoneyGram, cashing their checks. Obviously, a lot of immigrant people sending money back home. But if they had a Moonwell Visa card, a Moonwell virtual bank account, they don't have to worry about a lot of those things there. Everything becomes cheaper. They can also easily go to a vault and earn 9% on their money right now, or even if they want to get into the market, they can earn 11%. And then all of this could be managed from a dashboard where their family can easily access all of this by using the crypto wallet. They can have it on their iPhone or a Google phone, and then your family member can have yours. Create the money, send it straight to the bank account, be able to spend anywhere in the world that Visa is accepted. Banger update by Moonwell. We're going to continue to cover what's happening over there. So the next story up is Tracy AI, revolutionizing sports commentary and analytics. And I want to say big shout out to the founder. We're going to hear from him in a moment, but Tracy AI is very powerful. It's a sports commentary and analytics AI, also built with virtuals. Really dope. And again, if we go look right here, a glimpse into the future of sports broadcasting analytics. And then Tristan Thompson with the AI bot, they just did a big event last week showcasing this with Darius Garland, the star point guard on the Cleveland Cavaliers. So NBA champion Tristan Thompson is the founder. So let's hear about this some more. This is Tristan Thompson, the Chief Content Officer and Lead Advisor at Tracy AI on the New York Stock Exchange TV Live. So check this out.
He is also joining me now in studio to tell us more about this endeavor, Tracy AI. You conceptualized it. So tell me more about it, and what do our viewers need to know?
Well, yeah, Tracy AI is basically, imagine your own sports broadcaster or commentary with high analytics at the palm of your hands. Mm-hmm. For me, coming up with the idea with me and my best friend Hadi from Toronto, it was more so, sports has always been forward thinking and been advanced in technology, but the one area we struggle is emerging AI, mm-hmm. right? If you see in the music industry, they use AI in the sports with, art with NFTs. Sports just still hasn't got there yet. And for me, it's more so, how can we bridge that gap? So, I came up with this concept, and especially because me as an NBA player and in office, we have so many high analytics, and it's bigger than just like NBA.com and just a generic set. These are like high depth analytics where it's like, for instance, a team's offensive rating, clutch time performers, who has the best plus and minus finishing at the rim. Like these are high analytics that you just can't get just going on, just on regular, Web 2 websites.
But it goes far beyond.
So you hear that? That is leveraging this future technology and bringing it on to a level of artificial intelligence that can help announcers, help teams, strategy, and then also put more people in position in this industry with the data analytics. So this is definitely something that is a game changer. And I want to say big shout out to Tristan Thompson over there. Then we got the website right here, tracy.tech, which is Tracy AI, using advanced AI technology combined with deep basketball expertise. We deliver real-time analysis, predictive insights, and an unparalleled fan experience. So very dope. Join that wait list if you're interested. And then they're launching real soon. That's some dope stuff. And obviously, AI blockchain is changing the game. So as we slowly start to close out, the final story, which is also could be potentially one of the biggest, is this right here by Coinbase. SEC staff have agreed to dismiss their case against us pending commission approval. But this isn't the end, it's the beginning. And if there were ever a time to build, that time is now. Thank you to everyone who stood with us and stood with crypto. And remember, crypto stood with the elections, and they put a lot of money on Coinbase. Definitely drop about 45 million on this whole politicking right here. So check this out.
Brian here from Coinbase. Well, today's a really good day because we just heard from the SEC staff that they're planning to withdraw their litigation against Coinbase. Now, this still needs to be approved by the SEC commissioners, but we're hoping that happens next week. And if this goes through, it's a really big deal, not just for us, but for the whole crypto industry, the 50 million Americans who hold crypto, and I think for the rest of the world, because this is an important signal about where things are going. Now, ultimately, we still need to get legislation for crypto passed in America to codify some of these rules and make sure the industry can get built on shore. But if this goes through, it's still a very important legal precedent that rights a wrong that was taking place over the last few years, where the SEC, unlawfully, in my view, decided to attack or even try to kill the entire crypto industry by suing lots of different companies, including us, claiming that many of these crypto assets were securities. Now, they did this despite there not being any law indicating that that was the case. They didn't publish any clear rules to the industry. And in our situation, they actually had allowed us to become a public company just a few years prior, where they looked at everything we were doing and our listing standards, and they got comfortable enough to allow us to become a public company. So we should not forget how close we came here to a few bad actors in the government actually going off and trying to kill this industry. I remember in 2023, a lot of people were advising me on this, and they were saying, do not engage in litigation with the SEC. It's going to cost you tens of millions of dollars. It's going to put downward pressure on your stock price. It's going to spook public market investors. And, number three, the SEC might fight dirty and pressure other companies not to work with you, which unfortunately did happen in a couple cases. But I think the thing that ultimately gave me the courage to do it was that, number one, I knew that we were right on the facts and on the law. Number two, if we didn't stand up to this bullying, it might have been the end of the crypto industry in America, because not as many other companies had deep pockets like we did. And ultimately, we had to spend about $50 million defending this case. And number three, we needed to stand up for our customers' rights. They weren't doing anything wrong, and they wanted to use this technology. This is America. I wasn't going to let some activist regulator come through and try to make up new laws that didn't exist and take away our customers' rights. So I'm really proud of where this case landed. I hope it creates a domino effect in other cases that the rest of the industry is experiencing. And we're never going to stop fighting for crypto and freedom.
So that right there is a message from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. He basically was referring to Gary Gensler, who is now officially gone. And there's a lot of new people, obviously, in office in the United States who are about that crypto life. And definitely people who are in the industry want crypto to continue to grow and expand and do some good, innovative, dope things that's happening. And again, Moonwell, what we talked about in the beginning of this podcast episode for the Most Base News, is an example of the type of things that you can do. And obviously spreading USDC, the dollar, by an American company, Circle, and the rest of these companies is something that I think the government would want to happen ultimately. So big shout out to everybody that's fighting the crypto fight. Again, my name is C. Will. This is another edition, episode 3 of The Most Base News. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Until the next time, y'all. Peace.
Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.